When John Strongman first stepped into my office asking for representation, I was leery of being his agent because of certain elements regarding his past business practices. However, as soon as my assistant brings in his final stats, you will see why I changed my mind and why you will too. Why John Strongman is a great fit for your team. Speaking of his stats, here they are now.
Here are John Strongman's final stats.
Thank you, sweetie. Now, John Strongman has some pretty impressive stats. First of all, his field goal percentage is 57.29. And his three-point field goal percentage is 35.71. That's some pretty impressive stats compared to the other players that have been represented by other agents like Loden or Coolidge. Strongman is putting up an overall efficiency of 8.4%. It's not the best in the league, however, it's not the worst in the league either. Coolidge is putting up 12.46%. That's pretty impressive as an overall efficiency. And Loden, he's averaging 7.2% in efficiency, which is the lowest in the overall efficiency of all three of these players that are coming in new, being represented by agencies. Well, my client, John Strongman, has a turnover percent of only 3.64. That's pretty good. That's real good, in fact. In fact, he has the lowest turnover percentage compared to the other players. And his free throw percentage is 79.6. That, my friends, is one of those things that kind of lures John Strongman to be the most valuable player and a top pick for your team. There's a reason why they call him John Strongman. His stats are impressive. Offensive rebound percent, 68.64. Not bad. But what's most impressive is John Strongman's overall stats. 48.38% in field goal. Wow. Impressive. So why do you ask if John Strongman would be why would you want him to represent your team? Because of his stats. Sure, he has had bad business practices before his career could even jump off. Sure, he has. But his stats speak volumes. These numbers do not lie. And that's why I believe that John Strongman will be the best fit for your team. Just because of that. His stats. Everything else, his behavior, his business practices are thrown out the window. They're all in his past. But his stats are in his future. And that is why I believe John Strongman is a great fit for your team.